This podcast is produced by the Harwood Productions Podcast Network. To learn more about the network and to find more of our shows, visit us online at www.harwoodpodcast.com.
Coming up on Game On, we review Halo 3, the ultimate first-person shooter. Shall we demonstrate?
Let's.
Plasma grenade!
No! Hey there everyone, and welcome to Game On. I'm Cameron Harris.
And I'm Sean O'Brien.
And today we're reviewing a kind of a classic game, Halo 3.
Yes, it is an awesome game, and this is as requested by one of our viewers, Spencer. So, to you out there, Spencer, this one's for you.
You were saying that Halo 3, there's like 6 different kinds of gameplay,
yes.
but we're only going to show a few of them.
Right. Halo 3 is basically a continuation of the Halo series. So, you know, Halo 1 was for the original Xbox, Halo 2 also came out for the original Xbox, Halo 3 was one of the biggest, probably the biggest game for the Xbox 360, because it is Xbox only. So, it continues the storyline of the ongoing battles between UNSC, which is kind of the, international, human race, it's the military, and Covenant, which are the outside aliens. It's kind of interesting because if you follow the storyline and everything, there's a lot more than just running around and shoot. It's more than just a run around shoot 'em up. There's a lot of political things involved with it, and it actually makes for an interesting storyline.
So it is a first-person shooter, but it is a fairly interesting first-person shooter.
Right. So as far as the modes of the game, basically we've got campaign, which is your basic storyline. We've got campaign co-op, which you can play with up to 4 people. So that's the storyline, but multiplayer.
And local multiplayer.
Yeah, local, as well as you can play campaign co-op over Xbox Live. So you can be in 2 different locations.
That's cool.
Which brings us to our next category, is the Xbox Live online play, which is, in this game, pretty great. They have what's called matchmaking, and it will find the best game for you no matter what game type you want to play. As far as the other modes, there's local split-screen multiplayer, so it's basic versus. Then there's also 2 modes which were previously not in the Halo editions, and that is Forge and Theater. Forge is actually where you get to create your own levels, and we'll be showing that a little later on. And then Theater is where you can go back and view your game as if you're a spectator. So not from your perspective, but from, like an outside perspective. You can replay, edit scenes, save screenshots. It's kind of awesome. Like, dude, do you see that shot I made? Dude, let's go to theater and check it out. So it's pretty cool. So here we are in campaign mode. This is basically the general storyline of Halo 3. This is the first level after you are dropped off a ship, quite violently, I might add. And basically you're in kind of this swampland, and the objective is you're trying to find a captain and a few other Marines that are imprisoned in a Covenant stronghold.
Okay.
And so we're kind of working our way through here, trying to find the enemy.
So you have a team of guys with you?
Yes. So it's not just me. Some missions are just you alone. Some missions, you do have some other buddies.
Gorgeous graphics.
Yeah, I do love the graphics in this game. They're really quite good. They remind me a lot of the graphics from Uncharted.
Yes, which we reviewed a while back, yeah.
Right. I mean, the scenery kind of moves with you as you walk through it.
Kind of jungle scene,
right.
In this case.
Exactly. As far as the display that you have, kind of just some basic first-person shooter stuff. You've got a radar here in the bottom left. Mm-hmm. Goes out to 25 meters. Up in the top right, you have your ammo and your current 2 guns. So the one on the top is a gun you have selected. If you hit Y here, it'll switch to our assault rifle. We have your health meter up at the top there. So here's our first look at an enemy over here.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, we're zoomed in, and he spotted me. That's not going to be good. So as far as actual gameplay goes, it's not the super realistic first-person shooter. So I can get hit a few times, and you'll notice my health meter is only going down slightly. This is also on heroic mode. There are 4 levels of difficulty. easy, normal, heroic, and legendary. Let me go ahead and pick up another weapon here.
So you can pick up weapons that other enemies drop.
Exactly. Any weapon that an enemy drops, you can pick up, which is quite nice. So here I have a brute shot, which is basically a glorified grenade launcher with this nice little blade on the end there.
Nice.
So with that, I'm going to mention controls. Basic first-person shooter. Look around. R1 is fire. You see there's more Covenant troops being dropped in here.
There's a lot of them.
Yes. There are a lot of enemies at some parts in the game.
It's not just like, oh, there's 5 guys.
No, there's like 30.
Yeah. I noticed your health bar just was blinking red and then it recharged. Does it recharge over time?
Exactly.
Okay.
Your health bar is more or less like a shield. So after your shield is down is when if you get hit again, it starts doing real damage to you.
Got it.
And you can only take so many hits without your shield.
Got it.
But your shield does recharge, which is quite nice. Without it, you would be very dead.
What are these glowing yellow things that I'm seeing?
This here is a bubble shield. And bubble shields allow basically nothing to go past them. So no shots in, no shots out. However, if you throw a grenade inside the bubble shield, it basically eliminates everything inside of it.
Okay.
So here we are in split-screen multiplayer mode. This is just us in this game. We're not on Xbox Live. Now that we're in this map, actually, I'm going to go ahead and show the vehicles. There's just 4 vehicles actually right here. There's the Mongoose, which is kind of like an ATV. We have... I'm totally blanking on the name. The Wraith, right here.
I'm assuming this is a vehicle I'm looking at here.
Yes, that is a Banshee. So if you go ahead and run up to the back of the Banshee...
Which is the back?
That would be this end. And see it says hold right button there to enter.
Okay.
Which is the
button. Okay,
there you go, top right one. And it is a flying machine.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay, I like this.
And so that's kind of fun too. You can get a couple of different types of flying machines, head up in the air, have air battles. And you can see me over there. What's also kind of cool is if you double tap A, you can do tricks, the Banshee. So if you like hold to the side and double tap A.
Oh, nice.
Do barrel rolls. So here we are in Forge mode, the final mode that we're going to go ahead and show you in Halo 3. Forge mode is essentially where you're going to create your own maps. And really by create your own maps, I mean every detail you get to pick. You get to pick where players start, you get to pick where your weapons are, you get to pick how your map looks, what scenery you want, what buildings you want. And if you take a look here, this is one of my maps that's kind of a work in progress. I've been working on for, probably put about 3 or 4 hours into this guy. And really, I wanted something completely different. So I made I'm working on a 2-base map with kind of some tunnels in between. And you can place every single one of these bricks. So, I mean, if I go over here and I can take this brick on the end, for instance, pick it up, I'll move it. You can basically manipulate bricks any way you want and put them wherever you want.
It's got a pretty interesting, it actually has a physics engine built into it.
Exactly.
So it's not just like pick, move.
Right,
move,
so
move,
I mean,
move.
if I drop it up here, it actually will drop into place. So you can't just put it in midair.
Right.
One interesting thing you can do, though, is say if I place an object up there and take these ones out, this object will actually stay there.
Ah.
Which is kind of interesting. So you can make some really interesting maps that way.
Yeah.
You also have basically your inventory, and you have a certain amount of money to build each map. So you can't just fill the entire map with whatever you want.
Right.
For this map, I forget how much money I exactly have, but here you can notice weapons cost $2 each, and I could just take, say Needler and stick it in the middle over here.
And you were mentioning before that these maps, you can share them on Xbox Live and make them available for download.
Exactly. You can go and download other people's maps. You can share your own maps. It's really great that you can do that because it's not just like, okay, so friends and family can only see it, but it's a lot of collaboration between anybody.
So overall, I would say that Halo 3 is a rather impressive game, certainly worthy of the reputation it's gotten for itself.
Definitely. It's a great trilogy to the series. I think it lived up to all of his expectations.
Yeah, it's interesting because it is a first-person shooter and kind of a classic first-person shooter, but it has, like, with the Forge mode and with multiplayer, it's more deep than just that.
Exactly. It's not just a single player, run in, shoot 'em up, and you're done.
So I would say 2 thumbs way up from us.
Definitely.
Cool. Well, until next time, be sure to visit our website at www.harwoodpodcast.com. We'll have the show notes for this episode and where you can pick up a copy of Halo 3 for yourself. And also, if you have any questions or comments for us or suggestions for games we should review in the future, you can send me an email at Cameron@harwoodpodcast.com. That's what Spencer did. Want to thank Spencer so much for his recommendation.
Definitely.
Really glad we reviewed this game.
Absolutely.
So until next time, guys.
Game on.